I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. He was arrested shortly after the body of his 86-year-old mother was found in their Kingston home April 5th. 53-year-old Mark Carpino was charged with second-degree murder for the bludgeoning death of Audrey Carpino. But in Kingston City Court today, two psychiatrists who conducted evaluations say Carpino is mentally unfit to stand trial for the murder of his mother, who died as the result of blunt force trauma to the head. The evaluations concluded that Carpino is currently unable to assist in his own defense and is mentally incapable of understanding the charges against him. As a result, Kingston City Court Judge Larry Ball ordered Carpino transferred to the custody of the Mental Health Commissioner for further observation. A residence counselor at a Monticello group home has been charged with rape for having sex with a female resident in his care. 36-year-old Michael Carpino of Monticello has been terminated from his job at the Orange Sullivan Division of Rehabilitation Support Services. He's accused of having sex with a resident from last August through December. Carpino faces 7 felony counts, including third-degree rape. The allegations had been reported to the New York State Justice Center hotline, created for the protection of people with special needs. Those in the Greenwood Lake area earlier this week may have spotted this Forest Service helicopter getting water from Greenwood Lake to help douse one of the many brush fires that have burned through parts of the region. And the continuing windy, dry conditions today led to the posting of a red flag warning that will continue into tonight for much of the Hudson Valley and Catskill areas. A red flag warning is posted by the National Weather Service anytime when strong winds and low relative humidity combine to produce a high risk of brush and forest fires. Outdoor burning is strongly discouraged, and fire officials want you to be cautious in and around any large brush areas. Sullivan County Sheriff's deputies say it was one of the largest seizures of heroin they've made from a local street dealer, and they found it stuffed in the suspect's underwear. 20-year-old James Jenkins of Liberty was wanted for selling heroin to an undercover deputy sheriff. He was spotted riding in a car in Liberty, and that is when officers discovered the 173 bags of hidden heroin. Law enforcement personnel then raided an apartment believed to be a stash house on South Main Street in Liberty, where they reportedly found more heroin and drug packaging material. Police say the recovered heroin had a street value of about $8,000. Jenkins' arrest was part of a month-long investigation into heroin sales in the town of Thompson area. Possession of drugs was apparently the reason why a man tried to drive away from a state trooper in Sullivan County earlier this week. State police say when Stephen Johnson of Liberty was pulled over for vehicle and traffic violations in the town of Fallsburg Tuesday night, narcotics were spotted in his pants pocket. That's when Johnson made an attempt to flee by driving off while throwing the drugs out a car window. Troopers stopped him about a mile down the road. Johnson's been charged with resisting arrest, criminal possession of a controlled substance, and criminal tampering with evidence. Job seekers packed the assembly room in the Walden Village Municipal Building today. Hopes they'd be able to apply for one of the 80 or so positions that'll become available when the new Hannaford supermarket and pharmacy opens up in Walden in June. The new Hannaford store will have about 115 positions overall. The 80 positions that people are applying for now are both full and part-time positions. The job fair continues from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Friday and on Saturday from 9 to 4. Also on the job front, when Congressman Sean Patrick Maloney paid a visit to Orange Works in Middletown yesterday, officials with the agency made their pitch to keep federal funds flowing for their programs that help people find jobs. And the director of the Orange County Employment and Training Administration says their Welfare to Work program alone finds jobs for more than 100 people a month.
A lot of folks are still underemployed. These services are still needed. We still need to get folks' skills up. There's still a skills gap between a lot of the job openings and the folks who are looking for work. So, our programs, through job training kind of helps, make that gap a little smaller.
Maloney says an immediate need is for Congress to restore unemployment benefits to the more than 200,000 New Yorkers who've been cut off and still can't find work. State police say 7 times Vanessa Stewart deposited forged checks into her bank account when the 31-year-old Kingston woman attempted to deposit an 8th forged check in the amount of $8,000. Check was declined by the bank. A subsequent investigation determined that beginning in March, Stewart had then deposited 7 checks totaling $4,500 that she'd taken from her mother. She's been charged with grand larceny, attempted grand larceny, and criminal possession of a forged instrument. And Kingston City Police got some help from a victim who was allegedly being held against her will in a moving car Wednesday afternoon. Police say the woman called 911, say she was being held in the vehicle and that the driver was threatening to kill her. Police say she was unfamiliar with the city of Kingston area, but was able to identify passing street signs to alert officers on the vehicle's direction of travel and what type of car she was in. The vehicle was stopped in the middle of Albany Avenue, where traffic was briefly halted, while Kingston police took Vladimir Levin into custody. 33-year-old Kingston man was arraigned on an unlawful imprisonment charge and was being held on $10,000 bail in Ulster County Jail. There's more sunshine in the forecast, but a little rain could fall late tomorrow. Friday will be partly sunny for most of the day, with temperatures getting up around 65 degrees. Then clouds and the threat of rain arrives by the evening hours. Then for Saturday, any rain will move off quickly in the morning, leaving us with another partly sunny day. The high Saturday will once again be in the middle 60s. We'll stay connected to Record Online throughout the day. It is where breaking news is just a click away. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.